Origins, Tracing the Roots of Success, One Leader at a Time. A series that goes beyond titles and accolades to uncover the real stories behind great leaders. Success isn't just about milestones. It's about the experiences, challenges, and values that shape visionaries. Through this series, we explore the defining moments, early influences, and leadership philosophies that have driven some of the most inspiring minds. What fuels their ambition? What lessons shaped their path? And how do they continue to impact the world? This is Origins, where leadership meets legacy.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Origins, Tracing the Root of Success, One Leader at a Time, an exclusive leadership series by Indian Conventions. Today, we have the privilege of speaking with a visionary leader who has played a crucial role in shaping India's IT landscape, Mr. J. A. Chowdary. Mr. Chowdary had an extraordinary career spanning in technology, entrepreneurship, and governance. He served as the founding director of Software Technology Parks of India in Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Chennai, laying the foundation for India's booming IT sector. As one of the key architects behind IT ecosystem in Hyderabad and Cyberabad, he played a pivotal role in transforming these regions into global technology hubs. He was also the founding member of Portal Player, the company responsible for designing and manufacturing the core silicon chip for Apple's iPod, which was later acquired by NVIDIA Graphics. Following this, he became the managing director for NVIDIA India before co-founding the edtech startup Talent Sprint, which was eventually acquired by the National Stock Exchange of India. Mr. Chaudhary's contributions extended into public services. He was invited to be the government of Andhra Pradesh to serve Special Chief Secretary and IT advisor to the Chief Minister. In this role, he was instrumental in setting up FinTech Valley, Vizag, an institute for digital technologies in Tirupati, fostering the innovation in digital economy. Currently, Mr. Chaudhary is focused on nurturing startup ecosystem in India. He co-founded the SEBI-approved venture capital firm, succeeded Innovation Fund to support early-stage startups. He is also founder of International Startup Foundation, promoting entrepreneurship across the globe. In addition, he chairs India's Blockchain Technology Standards Committee, contributing to the development of blockchain regulations under BIS and ISO. Mr. Chaudhary, it's an honor to have you with us today. Welcome.
Thank you, Talis.
Today, we want to step beyond your professional achievements and explore the journey that has shaped you, the early influences, defining moments, the values that made you a leader as you are today. So let's start with the very beginning. Here we'll be welcoming you, and we wish that you keep on contributing to everything that you have been doing and more to it. And so over to you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Talis. It's an honor for me to be part of this podcast. So, Talis, my journey, I started my journey from a small village in a drought-prone district in Andhra Pradesh called Anantapur. In fact, I keep jokingly telling my friends, Ananta means infinite, infinitely poor. Anantapur is infinitely poor district. In fact, often they compare Anantapur to Jaisalmer. That's kind of a drought environment, desert environment, no industry, no water. And that kind of a district, I mean, most of the people, they only look forward to succeed in their life through the education, through getting some job elsewhere.
Right.
So in that kind of environment, I was born in a small village called Batalpalli, and come from poor agriculture family. I was the eldest in my family. We are four brothers and one sister. So always it used to always remind me, how do I take care of my brother's education, being the eldest in the family? That used to be my always concern, because my father was not able to really guide, being a farmer. And I thought, I should quickly complete my education, get some job, so that I can take care of my brother's education. That was my objective all through. So with great difficulty, I completed my degree in Telugu medium, and also I completed the typewriting lower and higher with an objective that I can get a clerk job, either in the government or in the banks. Those days, banks used to give a lot of
Right.
jobs for the clerical posts. So
So,
I don't have
wha-
a big vision. I started with that small vision
So
that I was.
one thing I'd like to ask, like early life influences that you had, and as you said, you came from a smaller town. So what were the early childhood years like? That's what we want to understand. And what were the experiences and the mentors that you met that eventually, as you spoke about learning typewriter and getting a bank job, but the evolution of your career has been amazing. So in that something that triggered the stuff, and
Yep.
something some mentors maybe from the small towns and villages who actually pushed you towards the journey that you had.
Yeah, it's a very, very good intervention, Thalis. Actually, I was very poor in studies. First grade, second grade, third grade. Those days, it is not a convent education, no LKG, UKG. So we
Right.
had to start from first grade. But unfortunately, all these three grades I failed. Only looking at my father's name in the village, they somehow passed me this thing. For till third grade, I did not pass those classes. Only with my dad's name, I could go to the fourth class. In the fourth class, we had a class teacher by name Anjanappa. He is actually first guru who brought the transformation in me. He's the one he introduced me to all extracurricular activities like singing songs, participating in the dramas and all the other extracurricular activities, participating in the sports and games. That gave me the confidence. First time in my life, then I got the confidence. Oh, I can also do like others. Till such time, I was just thinking how these people are able to pass this examination. Why I'm not able to get anything? That kind of inferiority complexion used to be there. I was never confident about myself, and with that kind of low confidence levels, I was not able to conquer that whatever the education and all that. The moment this teacher, my class teacher in fourth grade, he gave me that inspiration. He gave me that you have those abilities and all that. Ramayana, Hanuma, he said, no, I cannot jump the ocean and go and
Yeah.
find out, say, Sitaji in Lanka. I don't have that capacity. Then everybody says, no, you have the real power and all that, this thing. With that inspiration, he jumps and
Yeah.
finally he does all that, this thing. So I keep telling, in everybody, there is a Hanuman sitting. Only thing is, you need somebody to wake up that Hanuman and
Yes.
inspire that Hanuman so that you get the confidence. So in fact, I keep telling everybody, don't tell that the other fellow he doesn't know English, he doesn't know this, he doesn't know this thing. So God gives for every individual some power, hidden power. Somebody has to identify what is that hidden power, how is that we can motivate him. So like that, I was really lucky to get a class teacher in fourth grade. From then onwards, I was able to clear all my examinations in fourth grade to whatever this thing. But since everything was in Telugu medium, and also in a small rural areas, we don't have convent schools and all that this thing. So we had to go through that journey with great difficulty. I was able to clear 10th grade and even intermediate also. Since I was not that good in education, I used to get either third class or second class. Even in my degree, Telugu medium degree also, I got only second grade, second class. And I thought, with that, with higher grade typewriting, I'll get some clerical jobs. So I tried applying for various jobs. In fact, I remember there was an advertisement from Botley Boy company for a clerk post. I applied. They didn't even call me for interview because I was not having the English medium education is not there. Plus, my grade itself is very low. So eventually, I had to join MSc because there is no other job coming. Instead of sitting at home, I thought, let me go and join for post graduation. When I went to SK University, Sri Krishnadevara University in Anantapur, there my class, I think there were about 45 students were there in my class. All of them are all distinction and minimum first class, and most of them came from convent education. In fact, first day in the class, when my head of the department, Professor Rizvi Subramaniam, he came and started asking, "What is your name? From which institution? And what is your percentage of marks and all that?" So everybody was telling, "I come from prestigious schools like Government Arts College, Silver Jubilee College, Kurnool, and they are all distinction and convent educated and all that." When it came to my this thing, then I told that I come from a small degree college called SDGS Degree College from Hindupur, and it's also Telugu medium. Then he asked me what grade. I said it's second class only. I got. He didn't even look at me, the head of the department. Then I thought that if I get a second class or third class again in MSc, then I'll not be able to get a job. If I don't get a job, then how can I get my other brothers and sisters? How can I take care of the family? With that determination, from that day onwards, I started actually going to the library, preparing my own notes and all that. By the time the first year exams are over, I was staying in the hostel. One day, all my classmates started, making sounds on the door. Then when I opened, everybody said, "Congratulations, congratulations." I said, "What happened?" "Oh, you became a university second and all that." I did not believe their words. Then they carried me to the those days. I mean, they used to publicize all the results in the notice boards, university notice boards, not in the newspapers and all that. They all took me to the notice board, and I myself saw that I was in the second this thing university second ranking, and so that means. See, when you have that determination, that sankalpa, that yes, I have to do for a cause. My sankalpa was to make sure that I take care of my brother's education, my sister's this thing. I had to earn this thing. That was the determination. With that determination, though I was not an intelligent student like my other classmates, but with that drive. So I keep telling even today also, Thalis, a lot of people, it is not just only intelligence will make you succeed. Intelligence without drive, you will not be able to succeed. Drive is very, very important. You need to have that drive to make the things happen. Whoever has got the drive, though they are average, they will still be able to complete many tasks, and all that will happen. Without drive, no matter you go 100 in all the subjects, but still you will not be able to succeed. That's what I proved in my MSc. With that drive and determination, one can actually meet any targets, whatever the targets, this thing. So that's what I mean. The big change in my life. From then onwards, of course, there is no looking back. So if you have any questions, I can answer. Otherwise, I'll continue.
Yeah, yeah. Another one, we have a couple of questions for you. How did you move towards technology and entrepreneurship after your academics and into the IT?
Yeah. So when I completed my MSc, initially I thought I will get some lecturer job. So I got one lecturer job in one junior college. After 6 months working there, I was getting bored because I was not preparing anything there, and for junior college, I mean, then I was getting frustrated. I'm not learning anything. So I went and told my dad, "Dad, I'm getting frustrated. I'm getting rusted. I had to leave this job." Then he asked me, "What is that you're going to do?" "I'll join for research." So he said, without any hesitation, "I don't know anything, my dear son, but whatever you think the right thing for you, though it will be difficult for me to take care of your brother's education, but I will do something. I will get some loans and all that thing. But you go ahead." So that kind of, I mean, my dad, had he
Yeah.
not allowed me, probably I would have become probably by now principal in some college and retired. So he allowed me to resign, good lecturer job. and allowed me to join the for PhD program. And when I was doing a PhD in the same SK University in physics department, then we had many financial problems. All my brothers came to Anantapur for higher studies. I was not able to provide any funding. I used to take some loans from my classmates and all that. That was becoming very. I was not able to concentrate on my PhD program. Then I decided, no, this is not going to work out. I need to again join some company. Then again started looking for any advertisements appearing in newspapers. Once I saw an advertisement from ISRO, ISRO Satellite Center, Bangalore, for a scientist post. Then I, without this thing, any advertisement, I used to apply. So I applied. Then, fortunately, after 6 months, I got an interview call. That was in Bangalore. First time I had to go to Bangalore. I don't have any money. I told one of my cousin brothers, I got this interview on such and such day. I had to. I'm leaving by this train to go to Bangalore. This thing to attend the interview. Can you send me the money? He said, "Don't worry. Within a week's time, I will see that I'll come and get you some money." On the day of the train, when the train was leaving, I was in the train, and train was leaving, and I don't know how to really manage. I don't have any single rupee in my pocket. Then I thought, what is it? I mean, I got interview, and then I'm not able to go to Bangalore. And my brother said you'll get me some money. Then I was so disappointed. Then suddenly I saw my brother running. They called me in my home, Seshu. Seshu, Seshu. He started shouting. Then he came running to me and put that money in my pocket.
Wow.
That's what happened. Then I went to Bangalore, attended that interview, and that with whatever God's grace, I mean, that was a scientist B post at ISRO Satellite Center. I got that scientist job in ISRO. That's how my technical entry into my life happened through a job in ISRO. I was working in satellite telemetry division. I was working for Rohini, Bhaskara, this satellite telemetry division in Bangalore. So that is the entry for myself into the technology. Though I am just MSc Physics, but God gave me that opportunity to
Wow.
get into hands-on, that too in space technology. So directly he got entry into the space technology, that too in a telemetry division. I was very happy working there. But what happened during that time, Talis, all my brothers who were studying in Anantapur, they had to go for higher studies to Hyderabad. Then that time I was not married. I was having one family in Bangalore, and all my brothers they've taken a house in Hyderabad. I was not able to. I mean, those days my salary used to be 999 per month. Those days, government of India salaries were very low. I'm talking about 1977. So that is a period where I was working in ISRO Satellite Center in Bangalore.
I was born after a year after that.
So I'm that young compared to you. So what happened, Talis? I was again got stuck by this financial issues. So then I decided, no, this is not going to work out. I had to somehow go to Hyderabad, come what may. Whatever job they used to appear in the newspapers, I used to apply. So once I saw one advertisement from BHL R&D for a microscope operator post, okay, scanning electron microscope operator post. I did not look at whether it's a operator post or engineer post or scientist post. Is a post in Bangalore, Hyderabad. That's what I looked at. Then I applied. Obviously, I got selected this thing. Then when I came back and gave my resignation to my division head, Asia, telemetry division head in ISRO Satellite Center, he asked me, "Why are you resigning?" I said, "I got a job in public sector, BHL R&D." Oh, BHL R&D, third rate public sector. Why you want to go? This is you are working in a prestigious organization like ISRO's ISRO Satellite Center. Then why you want to leave? He rejected my resignation. Then after 1 week, again I went to him by weeping, sir. Have this personal problem, financial problem, all the problems started with all crocodile tears and all that thing. He somehow said, "Okay, it is your fate." He accepted my resignation. When I went to BHL R&D Hyderabad, I gave my papers to join. the head of the administration, he said, he looked at me, looked at my papers. You know what you are doing? I said, yes, I'm from a guested post, I'm coming to non-executive post. Then he asked the second question, you know how many years it will take for you to go to the same post where you are right now working in ISRO? I just guessed it may take about 10 years. No, no, Mr. Chowdary, just before your retirement from non-executive, you are joining as a non-executive one, two, three, four, several levels will be there. By the time you become engineer, almost before retirement, better you go back and join ISRO, which is a guested post and all that. Don't join here. No, no, sir, I have some personal problems. I have to be in Hyderabad and all that. So those days, there was a provision in central government public sectors. Whatever salary I used to get in any government, they have to match that this thing. So that's why they have to give some 15, 20 increments for that post, and they gave me the job finally. So I started working in that metallurgy division as a scanning electron microscope operator. In fact, all the engineers, the metallurgical scientists, they used to come and they used to literally throw the metal samples to me. Chowdary, I am coming at 3 o'clock. You polish this metal sample and put it under microscope. Call me on intercom. Then I'll come and examine that metal piece. Though I see the job for which whatever job I have to do it because they're giving me the salary and I'm taking care of my brother's education, all that. That was my objective. But they were the kind of ill treatment they are doing just because they are engineers. I am non-engineer. Those days, I was told in a BHL, which is an engineering organization, there is a difference between engineers and non-engineers. Like our society, forward caste and backward caste, they give that kind of this thing. In a public sector like BHL, there that kind of this thing difference used to be there. Then I thought, then these people, just because they're engineers, they're ill-treating me. I'm because I am non-engineer. I should also become engineer. That came to my mind. Once I get the determination, Talis, right from the beginning, somehow I had that drive to make it happen. I decided I should become an engineer. I mean, because they ill-treated me. Then I started looking at how do I become. Fortunately, I saw one advertisement in the newspaper that IIT Madras is allowing MSc Physics people also to join MTech, provided I pass the entrance examination and all that. So I applied. I passed the entrance examination. Then I got the admission in IIT Madras for MTech to join the program. But I can't go because I need salaries to take care of my brothers. So I had to go to my head of the department. One Mr. Somasundaram was our metallurgy division. I went to him, sir. I got a MTech seat in IIT Madras, but I need to. The department has to sponsor me because I can't resign and go. No, 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 Mr. Chowdary. When you are recruited for doing this operator post in the scanning electron microscope, this thing, who is going to do your job? We will not agree for a sponsorship. If you want, you resign and go. Then I said, how can I resign and go? Because I need money to take care of my family. Then I don't know what to do. Fortunately, I met one Dr. Ramurthy. He did his PhD from IIT Madras, and I met him in the canteen. I told him, Mr. Dr. Ramurthy, this is the situation. I'm not able to get sponsored from BHL for doing my MTech. He said, I cannot help you because you are in a different department and all that. But I'll tell you, there is one person who is head of entire R&D for BHEL. His name is TB Balakrishnan. I know his secretary, his PA very well. Next month he's coming, I was told. And I will make sure that you get some audience. For that, I'll get you an appointment. You go and plead to him, whatever happens, happens. Then next month, as you mentioned, TB Balakrishnan was in Hyderabad. And with his recommendation, I went to his room and he looked at me. Why you want to meet me? Sir, I got a MTech seat at IIT Madras. I want BHL to sponsor me. Then he said, what is that BHL is going to get out of sponsoring you? No, sir, I am IIT Madras. They got a very big research division. I will take up a project in my MTech which is going to be useful for BHEL, that will help the BHEL R&D also to be benefited. Maybe he was in a good mood. He asked me, "Do you have any papers?" I had the photocopies because original was already rejected. That is in the department. I took the photocopies and I went to him. Then he approved. He said approved for sponsorship. Then I went and showed that to my division head, Somasundram. He was jumping. How can you bypass me? You went to my super boss. You cannot do that and all that. I don't know all that. I got approved by the director R&D. I'm going to IIT Madras. So that's how that was another
Lovely, sir.
big breakthrough in my life. See, Talis, once you do a sacrifice for somebody, see how God has helped me. I was not a IIT alumni. I was not having any engineering degree and all that. He allowed me to get into that prestigious organization like IIT and got my MTech degree. And my MTech, whatever the project, final year project, I did something useful to BHL R&D. I did a project called Online Pollution Monitoring System for thermal turbines, and that got first time NRDC Innovation Award, Independence Day Innovation Award from Government of India. First time my name came in Hindu newspaper. Then Doordarshan people came and interviewed me as a scientist. This thing. See, all this happened just because I did not look at whether I'm joining a lower level post, sacrificing my good post
Amazing.
in this thing. See, God has given me MTech, God has given me Innovation Award, and all that happened just because of that sacrificing nature, Talis.
Lovely, sir. And this is such a learning that various steps they appeared before you as you were moving forward, and you were just during the conversation. I just kept on hearing that okay, you were taking care of your younger brothers and your father and your family. That
Yes.
was the central part of everything. And look what the career has become, and such an inspiring thing. So with and this led you to entrepreneurship journey. Then you set up STPIs and whatnot. So I'd like to understand one more thing, that what was the most, other than the academics and after your phase of BHEL, when you got into the entrepreneurship and the government side, where you established NVIDIA, you established your
Yeah.
own ventures,
I, I'll,
and
I'll come to that, Talis.
yeah,
See,
and one more thing, sir, I'd like to add that what were the key challenges that you faced while you were working on your entrepreneurship, as well as the challenges with setting up the STPI and your government role?
sure. So what happened, Talis, when I got my MTech degree and award and all that, I went back to BHL. Now you promote me engineering. This thing, now I got an engineering degree. No, 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 you're joined as a scientific assistant one. You have to go through all that, this thing. Then I said, sorry, I cannot stay with your organization. Then fortunately, I saw an advertisement in the newspaper. There was a lateral entry by Department of Electronics, Delhi, for deputy director post. I applied for that, and because of my MTech and innovation award and all that, I got that post. So whatever my colleagues in ISRO, from scientist B, they moved to the level scientist D. The same level I got it. Uh, I got along with MTech, along with innovation. So I didn't lose anything, and I got into a position, policy making body in New Delhi, where all the software policy of the country, hardware policy of the country, and all those things we used to this thing. God has pushed me to go to Delhi to be in that this thing, which led ultimately to the software IT revolution and all that. This thing happened because I got into policy making body in Government of India at Loknayak Bhavan, Department of Electronics. So I joined as a deputy director there. Then I became the joint director. Then those days it was a peak license Raj. We used to we used to disapprove all the import license. Those days, or anybody, any NRI or anybody wants to import any electronic item, any computers and all that, we used to take minimum 1 year time for them to go and keep on coming to our offices. In fact, many entrepreneurs like Infosys, Narayan Murthy ji, Ajim Prem ji, all those people, they used to be in the corridors of Department of Electronics, were getting various import licenses and all that. And we used to enjoy the power that we have a lot of power to make everybody sit in the corridors of the government. That was the peak license Raj. Many people, NRS, came to India to do something, but with this kind of license Raj environment, they all went back. But fortunately for India, the Texas Instruments, they wanted to come to India, and they wanted to set up a development center in India. See, by then what happened? All these IT services company, including TCS, Infosys, they were doing so-called body shopping. They used to recruit people from IITs, and they used to place them in some good companies in United States and other countries. And that led to good name and visibility for our engineering talent in India. That's the reason why Texas Instruments want to take advantage of coming to India, set up a big development center for their operations. So they came to India. They asked us, we are very much keen to set up a big development center in India because you have a good manpower here. But the only thing is, in this license Raj, we can't wait for 8 months to 1 year for getting various licenses. And also, those days there is no internet, there is no high-speed communication link. So for us, minimum we need 164 kbps link, high-speed communication link from wherever we select the location. From there to our Texas Instrument office, only then we'll be able to establish the development center here. That triggered the discussion in the government of India. That time, late Rajiv Gandhi ji was the Honorable Prime Minister of India. He realized the potential of Indian IT industry because he saw that those days people used to call brain drain. All my classmates from IIT, most of them went to USA because there are no jobs in India. So instead of brain drain, so he thought that why don't we create opportunities in India so that all these people can work in India and they can start creating the economic activity for the country. He realized that he is the one who visualized all these things to happen. He said, why don't we try to create one organization where we can support Texas Instrument as a pilot. If it is not successful, then we will do the whatever license Raj activities. Will reverse that this thing. This happened before the Prime Minister P.V. Narasimha Rao's the reforms. He introduced the reforms in India, economic reforms in the year I think 91, 92.
91.
Yeah, but this happened much before during the Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi's period, somewhere in 85, 86. That's when one pilot only exclusively for Texas Instruments, a pilot was created, and that pilot name we gave the name called Software Technology Park for Texas Instrument. Yeah, for this pilot, all the government departments where they had the power, all the power was given to one officer, and they want to test it whether officer is going to use it or misuse it. And this was formed only to help the Texas Instrument project to succeed. And then Texas Instruments was allowed to select a location. They selected Bangalore as the location. Then there was an internal circular in the Department of Electronics that we are starting a pilot called Software Technology Park for Texas Instrument as a pilot. And whoever is willing to go, I mean, they can apply as a founding director. I applied because I applied not because this is going to transform India, create millions of jobs, and the $1 trillion economy is going to happen with this decision. Even I was not knowing that this is going to transform. I applied because my native place is very close to Bangalore. Anantapur is just 2 hours from Bangalore airport. I thought that going to Bangalore, I can keep visiting my parents and helping my brothers. Again, I want to do something for my family because I know that my family is not a rich family. I have to be supportive. Only for that reason, I applied for that. And all other my officer, my colleagues in the Department of Elections, they did not apply because they know that their power is in Delhi in the license Raj. Where is the power for the experimental? That too is only experiment pilot. So none of there are no applications. So obviously, they selected me. That's how I became the founding director for the entire STPI scheme in the country for the Texas Instrument to start with in Bangalore. And I was
Wow.
posted there in Bangalore. I went to Bangalore, and Texas TI selected a building called Sona Towers in
Yes.
Millers Road in
Notice.
Bangalore. Yeah, on the top of that building, they asked us to set up a satellite earth station. We requested Vijay Sanchar Nigam Limited so to buy the satellite earth station for them. They asked the TI to give a complete advance for them to procure that costly satellite earth station. And they used to charge those days for 64 kbps half circuit 40 to 45 lakhs per annum. That is the kind of rental they used to charge just for 64 kbps. That too, that from Texas Instrument Bangalore to Intelsat and back. The other one again they had to bear. So nearly 1 crore rupees per annum for just 64 kbps bandwidth. Imagine how costly those days internet costs or
Yeah.
telecommunication costs. So, but for Texas Instrument, for them, connectivity is more important. They said no problem, we'll pay that money. That's how they set up their
Okay.
operations. And those days, because that was an experiment, and they were setting a satellite station on top of a multinational company, they put a lot of restrictions. Because satellite station is there, country secrets, they may send it to America and all that this thing. And then intelligence bureau, they were on the board of STPI. They said whatever email goes, whatever email comes, whatever attachments comes and goes, it has to be taken a printout. And whenever a police officers comes, we have to inspect those things. And you have to appoint three shift engineers to monitor whatever the emails going up and down the link because of security reasons. It's a funny rule. But anyway, without that, they can't get the satellite station. They also agreed. They reserved one big hall for keeping the all the printouts in that hall. In fact, we appointed three people working in three shifts to see that whatever there is to be a monitor analyzer for the satellite station equipment. One day, what happened, Talis? There was some general elections were happening in entire India. And from Karnataka, a lot of people who are from Karnataka, they are working for Texas Instrument Bangalore. And their friends were also Indians working in Texas Instrument USA. They used to exchange this political party is contesting and his name is this. All those things are happening. One of my officers complained to me almost in the middle of the night, sir, I saw this kind of news being exchanged between Texas Instrument employees between US and India. But that's not a technical news. It is a political news. So immediately I had to report back to Intelligence Bureau. Next day morning, I sent a note with all the details to Intelligence Bureau. Then they sent about 5, 6 IPS officers from Delhi. And that time, Texas Instrument was headed by one Mike Watson. Three was the managing director for TI India. They came and grilled the MD. They went through all the printouts that were printed out. This thing. Finally, they could not find out anything. But during that time, my boss used to be one Mr. N. Vittal. He was the secretary DOE. I told him, sir, what is this funny rule? Why only we are having this rule just because they have a satellite station? If anybody wants to send any information, they can send it through fax. They can send it through connecting a modem. They can send it. Why? Just because they have a satellite. He realized that yes, I mean this rule is not required. He went to the cabinet secretary and got this funny rule removed from the STPA scheme. Like that, there were many small things were there in the STPA scheme which are not industry friendly. But thanks to N. Vittal, whatever problem I used to take it to him. I used to call him a dictaphone secretary. He used to, whenever he used to come to Bangalore, he used to ask me, Mr. Chowdary, are there any problems? Then I used to tell that this is the problem, this is the problem. Immediately, he used to dictate on his dictaphone and he used to issue letters directly. This thing, the velocity, the business used to be that fast. Thanks to his support. Without his support, I don't think we would have done anything as a STPA director. And because of his support, I mean, we were able to remove all the funny clauses in the STPA scheme. And but still, local companies were not taking advantage of it. Only foreign companies Like after Texas Instruments success, Hewlett Packard also wants to come to India, and they took a place in Cunningham Road, which is adjacent to Miller Road, and they want to set up a development center only with the intention that satellite Earth station is there, and they can put a optical fiber communication, take the satellite link for them, and that's why all the digital, Motorola, all these big companies, they came to Bangalore to take advantage of Indian manpower, to take advantage of the STPA scheme and all that this thing. That's how the Bangalore became the Silicon
Lovely.
Valley of India, because all the initial MNCs, there is no option other than Bangalore. So they set
Right.
up all their facilities in Bangalore. Bangalore became Silicon Valley. But in spite of all that, still our Indian companies like Infosys, Wipro, and all that, they were not taking advantage. They're still doing the body shopping because the satellite cost for 64 kbps is so exorbitant. They said no, it is not going to be economically viable for us to take advantage of STPA scheme. They were not coming to STPA scheme. Then we went to BSNL. We requested them to reduce the tariff. No, no, no. Ours is a commercial organization. I had to report to my board and all that. It's not possible. Then we went and told Mr. Vittal, sir, without satellite station cost coming down, our local companies cannot take advantage of that and bring all the jobs to India. Then again, he went to cabinet secretary, got a special dispensation for HTPS scheme to get the license to operate like a telecom operator, like VSNL. We can also operate only. We were restricted to give the satellite connections only to software exporting companies. Any STPA company, we can give those this thing at a throwaway tariff. We used to almost 1/20th of the cost, even less than that, and we were able to give that satellite links to all the STPA companies in Bangalore. That's when the Infosys, Wipro,
Wow.
TCS, they all
They
took
moved in.
the internet links and they established an electronic city. That's how the Bangalore became the first IT city, Silicon Valley of India. Not only the MNC companies and also the Indian MNC companies took advantage, started creating manpower, and that's created the economy that increased the manpower opportunities for India. That's the beginning of the
Lovely.
this Indian IT story.
Lovely,
That's
sir. So, and the next, you'd like to touch upon your role with the government of Andhra Pradesh at that point of time, now Telangana. So, in quick snippets, if you can tell what were the changes that you brought about.
Yeah, sure. So what happened when I was happily enjoying the presence of all the MNC companies in Bangalore? Every month we used to get one IAS officer from the Prime Minister's office. They want to monitor whether we are misusing or using all the powers given to STPA scheme. In that context, one Mr. B.N. Yugandhar, very senior IAS officer, he was from the Prime Minister's office. He came to Bangalore, and he is a Telugu person. He is the father of Satya Nadella, who is a Microsoft CEO. Incidentally, he is also from Anantapur district. So he one of his visits, he asked me, Mr. Chowdary, you are doing very well, and a lot of companies have come, and you are doing, helping a lot of not only Indian companies, MNC companies, but being a Telugu person, you are not developing anything in Hyderabad. Why don't you go to Hyderabad and do something? I don't see any IT activities whatsoever in Hyderabad. Why don't you, sir? Hyderabad, we don't even have a STP office. No, no, no. I'll talk to your boss. I'll talk to NBTL and get STPA sanction for Hyderabad. So he spoke to my secretary, got STPA sanction for Hyderabad. That's how I was posted as the founding director of the STPI Hyderabad from Bangalore. When I came to Hyderabad, there's not even one good-looking building in Hyderabad, no internet in Hyderabad, no international flights in Hyderabad, not even a exporting software exporting company for Hyderabad. I thought it may be difficult for me to all rocks and boulders were there. But since I have come to, I've taken a challenge. I always likes to take new challenges. Okay, let me take this challenge. How can I convert these rocks and boulders of Hyderabad to become an IT destination for the country? I took that as a challenge. Then I took one building, government building called Huda Maitrivanam in Amirpet. That was the only good-looking building those days. I took that building. Some 6 floors I've taken. for STPA operations. And for 6 months, I mean, not even a single company came to that STPA in Maitrivanam. And my finance director from Delhi was telling, what is this, Mr. Chowdary, you are paying dead rentals. Not even a single IT company has come to Software Technology Park, this thing. You better close the operations, this thing, move back to Bangalore and all that. Then I don't want to accept that defeat. Then I started analyzing why companies are not coming to Hyderabad. Then I realized that there is no internet. Without internet, they cannot, no IT company can survive, particularly exporting companies. Then I requested my secretary, Vittal, sir, because there is no satellite station, there is no internet. Because of that, IT companies are not coming to Hyderabad. Then he said, why don't you send the proposal? I sent the proposal to have a satellite station. But my finance director rejected that. Then there is not even one company in Hyderabad. It's not economically viable because we are spending a lot of foreign exchange. Those days, foreign exchange used to be a big problem for the country. This kind of a foreign exchange, it is not justifiable for us to spend. So that's why he rejected the file. Then I don't know what to do without the internet. How can I develop the industry in Hyderabad? Then I went to the AP government. Fortunately, there is one IAS officer, Mr. Harinarayan, was the industry secretary that time. I told, sir, we want to create IT industry here, software industry. There's a lot of potential is there. A lot of jobs we can create, but unfortunately, because of the non-availability of the internet, we are not able to get any companies here. He said, what is that we can do from the state government? Sir, if you can give me interest-free loan and give me land free of cost to set up a earth station, probably I'll, with that GO, I'll go and convince my department to sanction satellite earth station. He took me to chief secretary, one Mr. KB Natarajan was the chief secretary that time. He said, sir, it looks like it's a, Mr. Chowdary is trying to bring a lot of investments in IT, a lot of jobs in this thing. Only he's asking interest-free loan. So why don't we this thing? He said, oh, this is a good idea. So within a week's time, their GO was issued that government of Telangana, that time combined state Andhra Pradesh, they're willing to give 1 crore interest-free loan and land wherever you select, we'll give that land free of cost to STPI. Okay, with that the GO, I went to my boss, Jan Vittal, sir, our chief minister, though I did not meet the chief minister, I lied to my boss, Jan Vittal, sir, I met the chief minister of combined AP, Mr. Nedrumalli Janardhan Reddy Garu. He is very keen to develop the IT industry in Hyderabad. He has already sanctioned 1 crore interest-free loan and the land free of cost. This is the government order issued. I showed that GO to him. Oh, if a chief minister is willing to develop this industry, those days central government was also run by a Congress party and state government AP also run by Congress party. No, it is very important. So that's how I got the satellite station sanctioned for Hyderabad with that kind of 1 crore interest-free loan and the land free of cost for setting up the satellite station. So then I came back and I asked the state government to allocate land in for setting up the satellite earth station. They gave the land in Madhapur, the 10 acres where right now the cyber tower building is there, the first high-tech city building. That land was given to me, STPA, for setting up the satellite station. I was very happy. Okay, I got the sanction for getting the satellite station equipment. I got the land. So I was very, very happy that I will be able to get the internet. With internet, a lot of companies. Then see, all the companies were in Maitrivaram in Amirpet, whereas Earth Station is going to come in Madhapur, where the 10 acres land was given. From there to connect, there's only way is I had to set up a micro tower to beam it with a line of sight communication. Then I had to set up a tower which can see the Maitrivanam building. They applied for permission to airport authority. Those days, airport was not the present airport. It was in Begumpet. So that Madhapur is a flight landing path. They said, no, it is a landing path for all the flights. This thing, we cannot give you the permission for setting up the micro tower and all that. They rejected. Then again, my problem has come to the square one. So then I went to again Mr. Harinarayan. Sir, something is not working out. He said, what happened? We gave you one crore interest-free loan and gave you the land. What happened now? Sir, this is the problem. Then he understood the problem. Okay, do one thing. Wherever you think that by setting up the satellite station and tower, you can communicate to all your IT companies in Maitrivanam. That land also will give, this land also you keep it, the 10 acres, keep it with you, and we'll give another land. You go and select. This time we will not this thing. Then I took one powerful binoculars, and I had a white ambassador car, and I started going to various spots in twin cities of Hyderabad. I went to Secunderabad, Mahindra Hills. I used to go to all the big hills and all that. From there, I used to climb up the big buildings, and I used to look for Maitrivanam building where I'm able to see it from my whatever this thing. So like that, I used to go to different buildings and all that. Somebody told me that the road number 25 is the highest in Jubilee Hills. Why didn't you go there? There's a building, government building called Murray Chennareddy building. And from there, probably you'll be able to see that this thing in your binoculars. Then I went there and climbed up to the building. And when watching in my binoculars, I saw Maitrivanam building. It was like Archimedes saying, Eureka, oh, like that, jumping from the tub. A similar kind of a feeling. My God, I got Maitrivanam. I am able to spot it from here. So that means I'm going to connect to all my software companies in Maitrivanam through micro tower. My joy was no bounds. Then I went and told Arun sir, we got a land, 1 acre land is
Wow.
available. Why don't you give this land? We will set up the satellite station, micro tower. That's how the first satellite station, micro tower, first internet came to
And that's
Hyderabad.
and that's how the revolution of Hyderabad IT industry
Revolution. That is
started.
the
That's
first brick in the Hyderabad to Cyberabad story. First brick has come through the by setting up the satellite station, giving all the internet connectivity to all the software exporters in Maitrivanam. That
lovely.
is a big breakthrough for me, Talis.
So this is an amazing story, and starting from a small town, small place, from a family, and when you became the founding director, you were doing the legwork, running around. That's phenomenal. People don't do that usually. Going to the buildings and looking for the right site. You hire consultants to do that. So the last question, sir, in this episode is that what are your some learning experiences or maybe some golden words for the younger generations and the people who are aspiring to be leaders, maybe short snippets on that, and
Sure.
to inspire
Yeah,
them.
Talis. Though we started Hyderabad to Cyberabad legacy through satellite station and internet, but those days none of the companies used to come to Hyderabad. Whenever I used to go to Comdex, I used to request them come to Hyderabad. Hyderabad, is it in Pakistan? There is a Hyderabad in Sindh province in Pakistan that was more popular than Hyderabad in India. Then I used to draw an India map, put a dot. It is a 1 hour flight from Bangalore, 1 hour flight from Bombay. But in spite of that, they were not coming because no international flights, no critical mass, no IIT, no triple IT, all that. This thing. So for everything, we had to build all those things, infrastructure. I think, thanks to me, when Chandrababu Naidu became the chief minister of the combined state, within 15 days, I got a call from Chief Minister Naidu. Then in the first meeting itself, he asked me one question. Mr. Chowdary, though you're the government of India officer, you're doing very well. Why don't we compete with Bangalore and become number one in the country? Then I laughed at him. Sir, what is this you're talking? Bangalore is somewhere on the top of the Himalayas, where Hyderabad, we don't have anything here. How can we bring the transformation? No, Mr. Chowdary, you come to me every day morning along with my secretary, Mr. Randip Sudan, IAS officer. Then whatever suggestions you are going to give, we'll make sure that we will start executing those things. So I told him, sir, how can we compare ourselves with Bangalore? We don't have anything. How can we become number one in making Hyderabad as a IT destination? He said, no, 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 Mr. Chowdary, you come every day morning, come and meet me, give all the suggestions, and we will execute from state government. And that's how my association with Chandrababu Naidu ji started. And literally, whatever he said, he, being a chief minister of 80 million population, he used to give that kind of importance to IT. He realized that's why we call him as a visionary chief minister. Unlike the other chief minister, he realized that IT is going to bring a big change for India, particularly for Hyderabad. Not only those days, I mean, entire combined state budget was 30, 40,000 crores. Whereas today, each state is more than 3 lakh crore budget kind of a thing. That all happened because of the IT industry. Without IT industry today in Hyderabad, the real estate people wouldn't have made their money. Healthcare companies wouldn't have made their money. Hospitality companies wouldn't have made their money. And so many millions of families got benefited because of those decisions. What Honorable then Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu has taken this thing. He used to literally implement all the sessions, whether setting up the triple IT in Hyderabad, bringing ISB to Hyderabad, bringing Bill Gates to Hyderabad. All those things have been started happening, making a new city called Cyberabad to a new city for promoting the IT industry. All those things happened because of one visionary leader, Mr. Chandrababu Naidu. And that because of that, we were able to create lakhs of direct jobs and many lakhs in indirect jobs. The whole economy boosted, and so many economic consumerism has increased, and everything started improving in a positive direction. But in all this 30 years, Talis, we enjoyed because of the IT services industry. Every person, whether it's a particularly during a Y2K boom, even a BA third class people getting a COBOL training in Amirpet, they were able to get H1 visa and they were able to go to Wall Street. And today they're all become entrepreneurs. A BA third class people also used to go to America and become this thing. That used to be the situation during that time. And now, unfortunately or fortunately, we come to era called the generative AI era. In this era, whatever the logical jobs, like testing jobs, BPO jobs, KPO jobs, all those jobs can be automated. Now, the real entrepreneurship is required, and that's where my recommendation to all the youth. See, whatever you thought that you'll get some job by getting some degree, whether yes, second class, first class, distinction, or whatever it is, those days have gone. Unless you are creative, unless you are innovative, unless you have the drive to make the things, only those people are going to be employed. And all others who think that some company will come and campus recruitment, I'll get a job, those days have gone. You have to really, I mean, have that agility, and also the power to learn some new technologies using YouTube or whatever it is. And degrees are irrelevant now. There is a disconnect, whether you are IITN or Stanford and all that. Nobody cares about that. Whether you have the knowledge, whether you can do this job. That too, Talis, we are going through an era where the regular jobs, sitting in some buildings, some companies, and all that is going to be over, because freelancing is becoming order of the day. Why? Somebody asked, I asked them why people are preferring freelancers or consultants. No, no, because JA, this laying off the people is becoming a big problem. There are a lot of legal cases are happening, and every employee is going to the courts and all that. So anyway, during the COVID time, working from home has become a reality. Now, whether they're consultants working from a small village, working from any Timbuktu, any country, doesn't matter, as long as he's capable. So freelancing is now order of the day. So when freelancing is happening, competition is not local, Talis. Competition is global. Anybody from Pakistan, anybody from Bangladesh, anybody from Poland, Czechoslovakia, they can compete for the same job. if they are eligible to do that job in a cost-effective way in that this thing. So earlier scenario, no, some XYZ company is established in Hyderabad, Bangalore. They require 10,000 people. They'll come to the campus. That story is over, unless you have the knowledge, unless you have the capability to solve that problem. One can download that problem and solve that problem wherever you are. Doesn't matter you are a you have a degree or your diploma or no certificate whatsoever. Like Joho Corporation is a multi-billion-dollar company, product company near Chennai in a small village. They recruit only 10th class or intermediate people, that too from rural background. They don't take any degree people, and they are producing billions of dollars product company through Joho Corporation. So that is the model most of the companies are looking for. We are looking for innovative people, creative people, people who have got a lot of drive. So this is the age where a lot of youngsters, my message to them, don't think that old way of getting some degree, somebody will give a job, I'll go to America and become a citizen. All the stories are over. We have to work, we have to get the knowledge, we have to prove that we have the capabilities. That's the reason why we started the foundation called International Startup Foundation. We thought that India, Thalis, with 1.4 billion population, if the job creation engine slows down, we don't require India, Pakistan or China to destabilize India. Our own unemployed youth will destabilize India. So before that becomes a big problem for the country, we have to create new job creation engine. That's the reason why through startups, we want to encourage the startups, and startups always work on the tomorrow's technology, tomorrow's solution, and they start creating jobs, creating wealth. At least to some extent, this problem will be taken care of. That's the reason why we started this foundation. And my request to all the youth, these are the testing times. We have to really go and we have to really work hard. We have to acquire the knowledge, and whoever acquires the knowledge, there are jobs in the even the generative AI era also. They are looking for people who have got the real knowledge, who are able to solve their problems. For such people, there are jobs are available. But for that, you need new knowledge. One has to be good in mathematics. One has to be good in physics. If quantum computing becomes a reality, which is going to happen within 2 to 3 years, it's all about physics, quantum physics. One should know more about physics and quantum physics rather than digital electronics. One should be more strong in calculus and applied mathematics, which are required to write new algorithms. So these are the new tools which they have to acquire. If they have to get a job, you have to succeed as a startup. This thing, that is the kind of a message I want to give to all the youth. If they think that, oh, olden days I used to get a job, a lot of companies used to come to my college and I used to demand this kind of those honeymoon period is over. Now they have to really work on this thing. How do we take care of our families? For that, we have to acquire this new knowledge, and we have to start. There are so many problems in India, rural India, a lot of problems. Each problem is a opportunity for a startup. There are a lot of investors who want to invest in those startups. That is a big opportunity. India can become a product company if only we encourage the startups, pick up those problems, solve the problems, get the funding. Then India can become the product nation of the world. And we can create our own Googles of the world, Microsoft of the world, which will take care of India's problems, not only job creation, wealth creation. And that opportunity is there, but we have to work towards that goal and objective, Thalis.
I think wonderful journey, inspiration to see a person grow from in the academics, and you said there were a lot of challenges during the initial stages, and from there setting up STPIs, growing in the career, becoming an entrepreneur, and now uh, at this age you have developed International Startup Foundation that is creating ripples across the country, and people are getting associated with this. So thank you for being with us.
No,
And
Thalis, I just wanted to bring one important point.
yes, sir, please.
This is a very important for the country. Say today, what's happening, Thalis, in the rural India, most of the people are getting freebies. And in fact, I have an organic farm in my village, Anantapur. Nobody comes to the farm to do the farm working because they're getting everything free of cost. Ration is free. and they've become too lazy. And also, I was told that alcoholism and drug circuit is very, very big in rural area also. And in addition to that, they are getting a free internet. They are going to the wrong sites, and they're spoiling their mind also. The mind is also getting polluted, and also they're becoming lazy. They're becoming drug addicts and all that. If you live in a rural India where more than 60% of the population, India's population, still live in rural India, if we don't attempt to solve that problem, I
Absolutely.
don't think, India is, so that's where India International Startup Foundation, ISF Foundation, we started a unique program called ISF Unicorns program. We are identifying rural innovators from all the rural India. And this time we are already selection process is on. We are selecting the people who are competing for the Ideathon, Pitchathon competition. We want to take all the rural innovators all the way to participate in the our Unicorn conference, first ever international Unicorn conference happening in Austin, Texas, in the month of May, 29th and 30th of May. We want to showcase them. These are our future leaders of India, future innovators from rural India, and we want to showcase them. We also will take them to SpaceX, NASA, and all those places. Well, once they come back, we will take them to our Honorable Prime Minister, Honorable President of India, and we release a coffee table book on them from where they have come, how they have participated in the international forum, and how they are getting mentored by international mentors. And looking at them, I want them to become change makers in the rural India. And looking at these positive change makers, I want all the other people who are going in the wrong direction, they also want to become positive towards this side. That is the project which I am focusing my all my 100%, 200% my time. I am devoting only to make rural India strong and bold and energetic and create the new economy from rural India than the urban India, and see that our rural boys and girls, particularly tribal boys and girls, to be given a lift so that they should not feel that they're neglected and all that. So that is my project. I need a lot of support from everybody to make that rural India is going to be the vibrant India, and this Unicorn program is going to be successful. I request you and your team also to participate in our ISF conference in Austin, Texas, in the month of May 29th and 30th, Alice.
Sure, we'll do that, sir. Sir, thank you for your time, and your contribution to IT sector and startup and digital transformation in India has been truly inspiring. It has been an honor to explore your story, and we are certain that the insights will guide and motivate many. Wish you a continued success in all your endeavors, and we at Indian Conventions are happy to partner in disseminating the information. Thank you once again for being with us on Origins, tracing the roots of success one leader at a time. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you.